Hi there! What are the odds of a little puppy's survival in the streets? Even if they are born from a stray mom and are not abandoned by the owners? The truth is that the tiny creatures have almost no chance for that if people don't help them. Here are several cases when humans saved precious little lives in my video. Get ready to be touched. All the rescues in this video are real and are the demonstration of kindness and compassion. The team of Love Furry Friends Rescue Channel got a call about 2 abandoned puppies found 125 miles away from the city. The people rushed to help immediately. On arriving to the place, the rescuers had to spend some time trying to find the scared guys. The babies were noticed hiding from the rain. They were unbearably cute, and who had dumped them obviously had no heart. The people called them Jessie and Gina. When the rescuers brought them to their home, the pups realized almost at once that they were safe. Jessie and Gina curiously investigated the place and were very happy to get their dinner. The pups couldn't stop playing and even got a friend, the dog that lived with the girls. The rescuers posted a lot of photos of these nice pups, and soon they were happily adopted by very kind families. A very happy end indeed. In China, some residential areas are hotspots for abandoned animals. People leaving there don't pay attention to them. So rescuers have to patrol the area to find those who need help. Panda, the puppy, was found there by the Northeast Animal Rescue China team. The little guy was shivering and hungry. Fiona, the rescuer, fed, washed him, and calmed him down. And it was a lucky day for him, as from that very moment, his destiny was much better than it had been before. Panda was so cute that Fiona, the rescuer, couldn't help admiring him. Now Panda lives his nice second life with his new mom, who adores him. He grew up and became a very cool boy. Fiona visits him sometime, and he is happy to see her, because he is very grateful to her for his salvation. This poor pup was so desperately hungry and lonely that it swam across the river to get to the people that were having a barbecue near the water. Everything happened when it was about 28 degrees Fahrenheit. The guys were trying to warm the creature up near the open fire, putting her into a warm blanket, and of course, fed her. They found out she was a girl. The people didn't know what to do with the girl because it was very far away from a city or village. They brought the pup home and gave her much food because she was eating all the time. Besides, she was covered with fleas, and they spent a lot of time trying to get rid of the insects. The rescuers took the pup to the vet, where the doctor helped her to remove a very big mite. Moreover, the girl turned out to suffer from worms. So many troubles for such a little girl. But now she is okay and very happy to be near her new family. The stray pup Pascal by name lived in the streets of Istanbul in Turkey. It was a terrible period for him, as he had to suffer from hunger and different dangers. But meeting 2 children turned out to be much more dangerous for his life. The 2 boys poured the little guy with glue, putting his life at risk. The pup couldn't move at all. And of course, he didn't have any chance to survive without people's help. Pascal was found by the team of rehab center volunteers. They spent several hours trying to free the poor guy from his trap. Even after being released, Pascal couldn't recover. He was psychologically damaged, and his body was covered with chemical burns. But thanks to love and care, Pascal managed to recover from all his troubles. In a half a year, he was completely healthy, and his fur became very thick and beautiful. Pascal was adopted by a family from Spain and lives near the sea with them and his new dog friend. He's absolutely happy now, and of course, deserves this happiness. This woman was driving far away from the city and suddenly saw a lonely dog that had given birth not long ago. The pups were hidden under the car. She called the rescuers from the taxi shelter that rushed to help. After they gathered all the pups, the father appeared. He didn't want to give his family away, so the rescuers brought all the dogs to the shelter. They called the parents Sophie and Peter and organized a very comfortable place for them. But Sophie didn't trust the rescuers and didn't let them approach. So did Peter. He was always near his family, trying to protect them all. Finally, the dogs believed in the people, and the family started a new happy life at a new place. The rescuers from Homkey Channel found 4 black puppies sitting in a box. And of course, they couldn't just leave the puppies alone. They brought the pups home and organized an enclosure for them. The girls were ready to take care of them, but the babies badly needed a real family. The pups felt completely fine and were glad to have a bath. They were happy and relaxed to be there with their rescuers that even fell asleep in their hands. The girls hoped to find owners for them. Of course, the pups are too cute to stay without a loving family. The girl was walking alone in the streets when she heard terrible cries of a little puppy. It was freezing outside, and the little boy was shivering from top to toe. The most terrible thing was that the poor creature was tied up to the post. They couldn't look at the desperate pup without tears. The pup had some wounds because of the leash on his neck. The girl immediately took the pup to the vet, and luckily, the doctor didn't find any serious injuries. The girl took the cute fellow to her place. Now he has a family that would never betray him. The girl from the Penguin YouTube channel saw a post on Facebook about abandoned puppies that were left in a pot. The reason? They were girls. She remembered a friend had 2 dogs who just had puppies, and she hoped they'll accept these little ones, but her friends refused. So the girl decided to take the poor creatures to her home. Thanks to their kind-hearted rescuer, they got a chance to live. She fed them every 2 hours and didn't sleep nights for the whole month. 30 days later, Serena, Eva, and Maggie started eating by themselves. Now their rescuer hopes that she will find families for them. The DAR Animal Rescue Team got a call about a little puppy hiding in the buses and blood on the road. The rescuers hurried as fast as they could. When they arrived, they found a main road, no houses in the middle of nowhere among endless fields, and no puppy. They searched every inch and finally found him. He was hiding, trembling from fear. The cute baby was so sick and so skinny. The people called him Angel. Hermione immediately took him to a vet. The boy had a lot of health problems and spent several days in the hospital. And he was recovering very slowly, but finally he was okay at last. Now he's ready to go to a foster home, where he spent some time before going to his forever family. The boy is really lucky. Puppies near the road are unfortunately a very normal situation. Sometimes owners just abandon them there. This shy boy was luckily noticed by the girl from the project 4-Legged Friends somewhere near the main road. At the beginning, the pup was really scared, but then he was ready to go with his rescuer anywhere. The girl took the pup to her place where her other dogs lived happily, and they were happy to get a new friend. This young pup stayed with his rescuer and was very grateful for his rescue. One morning, the dog rescue shelter Mladenovic Serbia team found a box with puppies near their shelter. There were 7 cuties about 5 weeks old. It was unbelievably evil to take them from their mother and abandon them after that. Their mother was sure to also cry for them. The babies needed good care nursing them like a real mother would. They were adorably cute and very playful. The rescuers spent a lot of time doing their best to support this adorable gang. Sometime later, the babies grew up. They were found by their future loving families. Such a happy ending for a very sad story. The girls from Love Furry Friends Rescue Channel got a call about puppies close to the railway station. Of course, they went immediately. The woman that had found them told them that they had appeared at that place a week before. She made a kennel for them and started to feed the babies. When the rescuers found the pups, they looked sad and were inactive. The girls wanted to take the little ones to their place, but one of the puppies tried to hide from the rescuers in the bushes, and it was a real challenge to get him out of there. At last, the mission was complete, and the pups were taken to the vet for checkup. They turned out to be okay. All they really needed was washing, treatment for fleas, and vaccinating. After some days at the clinic, the pups arrived to the shelter being ready for a completely new life. While waiting for the puppies, the girls had already found a forever home for 2 of them. The 3rd pup was still waiting, but I'm sure not for much longer. This is the rescue of a scared homeless dog, heartbroken and sad, living on the cold streets. The rescuers from the Howl of a Dog channel found this sweet old dog roaming near a railroad station. The people were afraid that the pup could run and get hit by a passing train. So they followed him, trying to redirect him towards a safer place. The rescuers also noticed a scar near his left eye and decided to take him straight to the veterinary clinic. The vet said that the pup had an owner, and his name was Bobby. Bobby had completely lost vision in the left eye. A scar located near the eye indicates that the dog had been injured there. The good news was that the vision in his right eye was not affected, and Bobby saw well with it. Bobby ran away from home, being found approximately 10 miles away. But his owner didn't want him back. Bobby had to stay in the shelter, but he feels okay about it. Of course, the team hopes for a better home for him. Let's also hope for the best too. All these happy endings were possible only thanks to the people that couldn't pass by the stray animals in trouble. Don't forget to support them by subscribing to their channels and sending them likes and donations. See you!